Hello and welcome to your astrology and spirituality overview for Thursday, the 21st of January. Today is a very special day because it's Patrick's birthday. So I hope you will join me all in wishing Patrick a very happy birthday with this wonderful makeshift cake.
Oh, thank you so much, Elisa.
Make a wish.
Thank you so much.
Darling.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing.
Well, that's very kind of you. Well, my solar return shows a conjunction between the Moon, Uranus and Mars, my word, because that group is all in a right angle with my midpoint. What is a midpoint? Well, a midpoint can be between any 2 points, but the midpoint that I see as the most primarily important one is between the Moon and the Sun. So in my natal chart, both the Sun and the Moon are in Aquarius, so my midpoint is at 5 degrees Aquarius. So therefore that midpoint squares up with Uranus, Mars and the Moon. So the backdrop of energy for the next year for me in a more personalised context, outside of just the sun sign of Aquarius, suggests we're going to be moving home. So, it could happen quite quickly, quite dramatically. It probably won't be without a few bumps in the road. But that seems to me some dramatic changes on the home or family front for us, or certainly for me. So
that's exciting.
In terms of the astrology for everyone today, Jupiter continues to be in a square with Uranus and Mars, and now also with the Moon. Now the Moon and Jupiter squaring can actually be very upbeat, and I think Jupiter squaring with Mars also is like pushing us out of our comfort zone to be more daring. And the key with that aspect is not to promise more than we can realistically deliver. Of course, Uranus and Jupiter in a square is about being more risk-taking and actually getting a bit of a buzz from that. But Saturn is still pretty close to this group as well. So as much as Jupiter is very positive, Saturn can be more restrictive. So that's where that buzz of frustration is coming, because Saturn square Mars is very much like driving a car with the handbrake on. I actually have Saturn conjunct Mars in my natal horoscope. What's new? It just means more application, more determination, more perspiration to keep chipping away towards those goals. And Elisa, what cards have you chosen
Well, my word, do you achieve that in spades? Very proud of everything you do.
Oh, thank you so much. That's very humbling.
So today I thought we'd use the Tarot du Marcel, your favourite tarot cards for your birthday.
Thank you so much.
And I think we should let you pick one today.
Okay, will do.
I'll give them a shuffle and then you can pick. Right.
There we go.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's an interesting card. So you pulled the Seven of Cups here.
That means wishful thinking, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, it does in some ways. It's also about a lot of opportunities. Yeah, a lot of choices. The negative side of this card is that we can feel a little bit overwhelmed sometimes with the options in front of us. But I think it's always better to have stress because of so many options rather than stress because we feel backed into the corner.
Absolutely spot on.
And sometimes good things in our life can cause stress, such as, people getting married, people moving house,
having babies.
They're exciting things, but my word, stressful. So
that's a very astute point.
All these options. So yeah, I think a lot of us are going to be a bit spoilt for choice today, but let's not take that opportunity for granted.
Yeah, that's a lovely concept, that. Also, we have a beautiful angle today between Venus and Neptune. And in fact, when you and I met, Venus and Neptune were in a trine, which is lovely, because if we think about Neptune's the grand deceiver. It can trick us into all sorts of misunderstandings. And it really activates our subconscious, not always in a positive way. In a more helpful way, it can heighten our awareness of situations in terms of our sixth sense. So having a lovely angle between Venus and Neptune today, if you are lucky enough to be spending time with someone that you really cherish, that sense of connection can be all the sweeter. If you are fortunate enough to get chatting to someone, perhaps on social media at the current time, or online, some kind of dating app, then maybe within some of the disappointments that people report in terms of that kind of experience, there could be that genuine person that comes into your orbit who can actually influence your emotions in a really delightful way. So I certainly think that that's something to behold. We also have a lovely link today between Mercury and the North Node, which suggests if we can think about a more, I don't want to sound too soft, but Mercury in Aquarius is exalted. So this collection of energy that we've got in Aquarius, this stellium, if we think back to last year, it was all in the sign of Capricorn. Now it's all in the sign of Aquarius, shows that we're shifting into a new way of being. So Mercury's angle to the North Node suggests our thinking can be positive and progressive around communications, but we still have Neptune and the North Node in a square. So there's still going to be the fake news, still going to be the distortion, still the stuff with people's agendas. But generally speaking, I think this is a chart of possibilities, but taken together with at least a Seven of Cups card. Also, perhaps those choices do open up those possibilities, but change can be a bit of a bumpy process.
Yeah, I do find the Seven of Cups has that Neptunian aspect to it.
Right,
definitely.
right.
It can be a bit muddied and a bit confused. But I'm wishing you a very happy solar return.
Thank you so much indeed,
and
Donna.
Thank you for everything you did last year in our personal relationship, and for everything that you've put out there for people. You work so tirelessly, and I'm so grateful for that. And I hope that this year you continue to do as well as you're doing, and you deserve all the success that comes your way.
Oh, thank you so much. That's very humbling. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope you have a great Thursday. And please check out your free daily horoscope below. But from A conglomerate,
it's goodbye from him.
And it's goodbye from her. Goodbye.